Welcome to the Homefront Podcast. I am your host, Toree McQueen. I'm a realtor, an entrepreneur, a mom of four, and a bold dreamer, always on a mission to turn nothing into something. Have you ever wondered how all these other entrepreneurs do it all? Can they actually have a successful and thriving business while also having a happy home life? Here, we dig into the real stories from entrepreneurs on how to run a biz and a home life, how to scale and grow, and how to manage parenting and relationships without sacrificing your home life or happiness. After all, isn't that what matters most? Let's get to it. Hey, friends. Welcome back to the Homefront Podcast. I am super stoked you're here. And I know I say that all the time, but it really does mean a lot to me. I have gotten tons of phone calls, DMs, text messages from all of you guys that are tuning in. And I know that you guys have been eager for this second season, and I kind of shut it abruptly on season 1, but I really want to take this thing in strides and share what I have to share without putting too much filler out there and really listen to what you guys are wanting to hear so that I can give you guys as much valuable information as possible without necessarily all the fluff. Right? So anyways, I'm so excited you guys are tuning back in for this new season. We've got a lot to share, lots of new interviews with people that are running different types of businesses. So we definitely are chatting with people that are running brick and mortar businesses just as much as online businesses. And we're chatting kind of about the differences, but also how that affects their home fronts and what we're dealing with COVID times and this pandemic. So we really just want this season 2 to be completely raw and honest, and also give you guys out there a true glimpse into entrepreneurship and what's happening and how it impacts our home fronts and how you can grow and scale your business, in this same type of environment or however you want to do it. And with that being said, this very first episode, we are going to be defining your success. So I know that's overloaded, but it's a big deal. I mean, I've been reading like personal development and business books, which is funny because I used to hate reading, but I just realized I am a more non-fictional reader, or I like people's stories and I like to learn from people. So me reading personal development books or business books on people's experiences and what they're dealing with is actually up my alley, right? So as I read these and as I follow different mentors and have learned to follow certain mentors over others and gone through that kind of phase, I've realized that success is defined differently for everyone. But the problem is, I think with the social environment online, we are not being honest with ourselves when it comes to what success truly means for ourselves. So I know that's a big statement, but I truly believe that many of us struggle with knowing what we truly want. And therefore, it makes it hard to gate success because you haven't fully defined what you want for yourself. And that has become a trap for a lot of entrepreneurs that I have chatted with and have gotten to know. And honestly, you guys, success is something that ebbs and flows as well. So as you change in your life and your lifestyle and your business, or depending on what season you're in, success can look different and it can change, just like goals can change. And I think that too many times we're caught in this trap of, we need more, whether that's money or more friends or more vacations or more, whatever it may be, because, even like myself, I like to live in abundance. So really, abundance mindset, even, you can be trapped in what you think is success, but really it's a trap. Okay. And I think that we don't talk about it enough. And I don't think that people are honest with themselves, or the environment on social platforms makes it hard to be honest with yourself about what you truly want. Because the second you see someone else living a life that you think they're living, you feel you need that too. And it becomes addicting, right? So you're scroll. I need that. I need this, or look at them here, look at them there. Let me compare them to what I have. And then same goes to comparing their home life, right? Like look at their kitchen, look at their this, like, and every platform's a little bit different. Look at these people doing this and that, and, look at this business is scaling this way or that way. I mean, and if you're an opportunist like me, like it can get tough because all of it looks like an opportunity. And so then you're just looking around and then looking at your life and then chasing the next thing that you think that you want when in reality, you don't even want it, right? And again, the whole reason why I did this podcast was because I truly believe that people are following these mentors or these people or influencers or other businesses or people they think they know, but they have no idea what's going on in their home front. So it's almost impossible to seek mentorship or guidance from these outside influencers that you have zero idea what their lives actually look like, or what their mental state actually looks like, and where they actually spend their time. Because even in making, a podcast like this, a lot of what I do is batched work, right? So what I mean by that is I will spend 2 or 3 days batching episodes, but if I'm releasing so many, people don't see that. Or the way you show up on TikTok or the way you show up on Facebook or the way you show up in blogs or Pinterest or Instagram, like, or YouTube, like people envision what they want to envision, but they don't fully see, okay, what does that actually look like at home, right? They don't see that I'm in yoga pants and a sweatshirt recording, or that I, spent 2 full days with a social media content manager that can help me batch record things. I mean, there are things that you don't see. And on social media, it looks like you're there every day, showing up every day. So what happens is you get people that feel like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this. I'm running my business. I don't have time for this. Like I do not really like social media. It is a challenge for me because I'm such a people person and I like to hear people's stories, and I feel like I'm not getting the whole truth on social media. So it's hard for me to engage with people because I don't feel like it's as real and raw. So I'd rather have someone come in my living room and us sit in our yoga pants and a sweatshirt and laugh over silly things and talk real talk. So that is me. That is, kind of the struggle that I see with social media. And it's unfortunate because I hear people all the time starting their businesses and then they see what other people are doing and they feel like they can't keep up or they're never going to get to success. And again, it's a sad story because again, we should be defining our own success. So let me break this down a little bit. If you dive into the internet and you look at, okay, what's the definition of success? I mean, so many quotes will come up, and you get some people that are making millions of dollars and that's what they think is successful. And then you get other people that are like, oh, success is me waking up every day like it's Saturday and living on a beach, or getting to surf every day. And then some people are like, oh, I get to travel the world, that's my success. And some people, hey, me raising my 4 5 6 7 children at home is my success. Like, and that's how they define it in whatever season they're in. But I don't think people are being honest about that. And so I think it's leading into people feeling like maybe they're not as successful as they should be, or they should be doing more, or whatnot, which then turns success into this word of what everyone should be following when really it's completely subjective. So, anyways, I want you guys to dive into this next season that I'm sharing with you with that in mind. Okay. So, as we chat with these entrepreneurs, and you guys, it's going to be so exciting. I'm bringing on all walks of life, people with large families, small families, people who are doing brick and mortar businesses, and then some that are doing online businesses, some that have done both, some that are changing the game in typical business models and doing something new for themselves. I mean, because we're in 2022, like the sky's the limit here. And what's cool is that a lot of these people have done it in like such a short period of time that I hope that you guys realize like success looks different for everybody. And it can start, your life can be one way for the last 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 1 year. And the effort that you put in now can completely transform your life and your success path in a matter of months. Like, that's how crazy of an opportune time that we're living in right now in 2022, which is super, super exciting. And so, aside from me ranting about social media and how it's not my favorite, but the reason I have to be there is because I'm able to reach so many more people. Anyways, I won't go on that tangent. But I will say it's difficult for me to be there, and it's not in my comfort zone to be all over the internet. But guess what? If that's going to get me what I want, my success, not what other people see, but my success, then that's what I need to go for. And if that's going to help others and empower others to find their success, then that's what I have to go for. And so, anyways, as we get to chatting about our successes, and as you start listening to other people's successes in this next season, please, please, please keep in mind that each and every one of these interviews that I do with people and everything that I chat about is all pertaining to mine and whoever else's success and how they define it. So let's talk about a couple things on defining your success, right? Because I did mention that some people's definition of success is waking up like every day is Saturday, right? There's no alarm clock involved. It's waking up, having their morning cup of coffee, doing whatever kind of meditation or yoga, going out and having a surf, getting lunch with a friend, and doing a little bit of work here and there or passion project and, watching the sunset. I mean, everybody has a different version. Some people's version of success is wearing high heels and a nice fancy suit with a Rolex watch on them and working from the 18th story of a high-rise building in the big city. I mean, everybody has a different version. Some people, it's raising all their children at home and getting to do that and getting to be home and getting to be a part of their lives and raising them from, birth all the way without leaning into daycare and not needing that. That is a successful season for some people. So, without judgments on anyone, I just think that we should really be honest with ourselves about what success looks like for you. And especially when you get so many comments from everybody around you that wants to give you advice on how you should live or what you're doing with your kids or what you're spending your time doing at work. And everywhere that you look, there's guidance and feedback and, all this information that you could be absorbing. Just keep in mind where that information's coming from, and is it with your success in mind? And can it be if they don't even know what your success is, right? Or what your definition of success is. So keep that in mind and stay true to yourself. And I'm going to share with you kind of what I envision my success looking like. So you guys have an insight as to where I come from and how I approach business and things like that. I'll just share with you guys that I've said this a few times on the show, and it's kind of what I live by, but like, happiness is my true profit. Like, at the end of the day, if I have this huge profit in my business, but I'm working crazy amount of hours and I can't go to my kids' baseball or soccer or basketball games, or I don't get to sit at the dinner table with my family, or I'm making all this money, but super stressed out and can't think because I can't be present. Like, all of those things add up for me. And when I get in scenarios like that, I don't tend to stay in a happy state. So I have to constantly check in with myself to think about, okay, wait, who am I following? Why am I doing this? Why did I go this route? Why did I make this decision? And am I being true to my own success? And sometimes I'm not, right? If I'm getting real honest. And it does change. It does change. What was my definition of success last year gets reevaluated and is different than what this year is. It can change, especially going into this, having, a fifth baby bringing into this world. I mean, that is alone going to change my perspective yet again, and I will have to redefine it. But success to me is getting to have the freedom I want to do whatever I want with who I want when I want. That is totally up my alley, right? Obviously it doesn't come overnight, and we all have to work on whatever we need to do to get there. But again, like I said, I'm an opportunist, and we are in 2022 where we can really decide the lifestyle we want to live and the success we want to have and work backward to get there. And I was just talking to my husband about this morning, but we were also talking about how our failures, like, it's almost like you want to hurry up and fail so that you can learn what you like or don't like, right? So like hurry up and just act on something so that you can decide whether or not that's what you actually like or want to do or how you want to grow. And I kind of think the same thing for business, right? Like I'm going to make mistakes, but I'd rather continue to keep moving and make mistakes so that I can continue to redefine and define what I'm enjoying about what I'm doing and what I'm not. And that's how you really find your success, is following your true passions, following the little joys, right, that make you you, and compounding those, right? So me, obviously, I chose to have a larger family. I wanted that, and it's joyful to me. It's such a joy to me to have a large family that I decided to go that route. Other people don't see that as success, and that's okay. And the same thing for other people who choose not to have children. They are doing other things with their lives that are successful to them. And so everyone has a different definition of success. And again, mine has changed throughout the years. Each year it almost has changed. As I grow and learn and read different books, as I find new mentors, as I learn about new opportunities, I'm always striving for success, but success is definitely a journey. And again, it's changing, right? Because once you hit something, you either want to stay there or you want to grow or you want to enter a different phase of life that's giving you other fulfillments. And I truly think, and this is my opinion here, that success is basically us chasing is satisfaction and joy and happiness and what we're enjoying in that moment. So it's constantly changing, guys. Again, I am beating a dead horse here, but I just want you guys to sit down for a moment and think about that before listening on, because there's so much we see out there that you think it is what it is and then it isn't, or you're going to follow a mentor that just doesn't have the same version of success as you, and you're going to not feel great about it. And so if you can be honest with yourself about what you truly want, and again, guys, you can do success in like 90-day sprints. Okay, so 90-day sprints, like what does that look like to me in 90 days? What do I want my life to look like in 90 days? What do I want my life to look like in a year? What do I want my life to look like in 5 years from now when my kids are this age? And what do I want to be doing with my time? Hey friends, I'm just chiming in here to invite you to join in on my Friends Club. It's like a newsletter, but way more fun. By joining, you'll get exclusive access to bonus episodes, freebies, tools, tips, and resources to empower you to scale in your business and your home life. As a bonus, you'll get the option to opt in to get monthly video updates on what I'm working on behind the scenes in my business and my Homefront. This is your chance to take advantage of all the valuable content from myself and guests on the show, as well as getting to know each other on a lot more personal level. It's super easy. Just click the link in the show notes or go to toreemcqueen.com/friendsclub to join. That's toreemcqueen.com/friendsclub. See you inside. So think about how you truly want to spend your time. Maybe write a list that might help you define what your success is or what you're striving for. Here are some of the things that I personally think, and some are little, some are big, but these are some of the things that I personally look to as what I think is successful for me and my hubby and my family and what we're trying to build. We feel like we don't want a year to go by without family vacations. And vacations can be anything from spending a day at the coast to going to Mexico or traveling outside the country for a week. I mean, they look different for everybody. I want to wake up and go to bed at peace. Whatever's going on, I want to be at peace with all of that. Traveling the world with those that I love, spa dates with my sisters and my mom or friends, or with my future daughter, drinking wine with strangers in other countries or Italy and listening to their stories. Teaching my kids things, like little things like how to ride their bike, how to throw a baseball, and how to cook an omelet. How to invest in investment properties. Like, I want to be every part of their journey. I want to wake up with my kids, right? And not an alarm clock. But then, of course, sometimes I want to wake up with my husband without my kids in Maldives. I want to be present in each moment with each person that I'm spending that moment with. All the kids' sporting events and extracurricular activities, I want the choice to be able to go without having to say, I cannot go because I don't want to miss that, right? I want to be able to be there for those things if I want to be there for those things. Now, if there's something else that I'm doing that I am choosing to be there otherwise, that's totally fine. If I have an event that I have to be at for work, I just want that choice. The choice is what matters. The freedom is what matters. And helping others see their true potential and empowering them on a daily basis is successful to me in my book as well. Being there when my family needs me, the more happiness I can pour into this world, then I feel like that is true success for myself and staying true to myself. So I'll be doing a lot less of things that I do not enjoy and more along the lines of what I do enjoy to make sure that my definition of success is staying true to myself and my family and what I need. Because at the end of the day, that's what truly matters. So again, guys, if you have to write a list, write a list. Write it with your spouse, write it with your kids. Just keep it in your back pocket. And every now and then when you're feeling down or you're judging yourself or you're being hard on yourself or comparing yourself to others or feeling like you can't do it, just look at your success list and see if it's something that you actually even want. Why is it important? Is it even important? And as we continue on with this season, keep that in mind that everybody has their own definition of success. So take what you can and use what you can to help you on your own success journey and leave the rest to everybody else. I hope that helps you guys. And again, thanks so much for tuning in on this second season of the Homefront Podcast. And as you define your success, I will continue to be honest and open with you guys about mine as we dive into this second season. Thanks again, guys, for joining me on this second season of the Homefront Podcast, where happiness is our true profit. If you've enjoyed today's chat, please take a minute to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. That'll help a sister out a lot. This helps us also learn and grow and reach more listeners like you. Join me again next week as we drop new stories, experiences, and game-changing tips for your business and home front. As always, here empowering you in business and in life. Until next time.